Good morning, Tabari. Would you like one of these?
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Richie.
Good morning. Good morning, Tabari. Good morning, this is Richie. About first time? You had me a taco.
Test your clicker before you start.
You're good.
Hello everyone. I have a question for everyone. Who here eats tacos? Everyone, right? Don't you just get regular old tacos, you know, nothing new, nothing ordinary, right? Hello, I'm Salvador. I'm the CEO.
I'm Tabari. I'm the CIO.
I'm Aaron. I'm the CFO.
I'm Richie. I'm the CMO.
And today we have a restaurant business proposal. A quote that stands out about our team and about our future. To me, there is no great chef without a great team. These three gentlemen that are standing up here have been helping me and our company grow. The big dream about Star Tacos is we want the company that is remembered after each visit. We hope to do so by leaving a positive impression on our customers. We hope to create to those in need for our service.
What makes our brand unique? We offer colorful taco shells. Now, they aren't just colorful, they're organic, natural, and flavorful. Our two flavors are chili red tomato and cilantro lime. Our menu consists of two meats for now. We work with asada and adobada, and our two sauces that we run are red and green chili verde. Now, for our business model, we decide to take the initiative of quality ingredients, and we need a good location. That is our main problem right now. As I mentioned, we don't have a location, but we have done multiple catering events. Now, if we get a physical location, that would boost our revenue and income because we can have a shop set up where customers can come and purchase tacos rather than booking us for catering events. Our two main competitors right now are Mini Taco Shells and Quesadilla Gorilla. Mini Taco Shells is an online business that does similar things to us, except that they only ship their tacos shells online, which can prevent the freshness of their shells. Quesadilla Gorilla works with the same similar meats as us, but they only specialize in quesadillas.
So moving on to our financials. For our SAM revenue, we chose the Fresno City population from ages 13 to 30 because we believe that is the age group that would come and buy tacos. So the age group population was 103,872 people. So from there we estimated that an average would buy about $4.50. So that came out to 233,712. And then for our TAM, we did the whole population compared to our SAM, which we cut down the population by half. So our TAM is 467,424.
So our advertising plan, we're gonna start by creating social media and a website. And then after that, we're gonna post on the social media platforms and cater for people, and then we're gonna attract customers to come support our business. So, well, some customers have say about our tacos is that they're colorful. Taco shells are what makes this place worth visiting. They brighten up my day.
Deeper look into Star Tacos would be
Our strength, we cook with passion and show up on time prepared. Our weakness, one of our major weakness would be our advertisement. If we could improve this, then we would attract more customers to our business. And our opportunities is we get invited to cater local events.
Our contact information would be our mailing address, both here in the school, would be 2000 East Cambridge Ave. Our email, you could contact us on star_tacos 559@gmail.com. And the company phone number is right there. Remember everyone, Star Tacos, flavors out of this world. Thank you.
So you mentioned multiple catering events. So how many events did you actually do and what revenue was generated?
We did 4 catering events, 2 here at school for MVP nights. We spent about $100 in both, but tripled our money. And we have 2 catering events out of the school, the 1st and the 8th of this month, and we made $1,000 for both of them, and only spent $230.
So you did 2 events here, $100 each, and you tripled it, so it's $300 each. So
Yes.
those 2 events, that's $600. And then you did 2 events for $1,000 each?
Yes, each.
So you're sitting at about $3,000 right now?
Yes.
And then did those events, were the taco shells colored or were they not colored?
Our customer that told us they wanted half and half, so it was gonna be half spicy tomato, and the half was gonna be regular. So they did try it out and liked it.
How many of the colored taco shells did you sell?
About 240, and both places combined together.
Okay, and then the other half, so you had 240 with taco shells and 200, or colored,
Yeah, colored.
and then 240 without?
Yes.
Without? Okay, so about half.
Mhm.
Now, you had mentioned location is one of the main problems. Have you researched the cost of establishing a taco truck?
Well, we're thinking is saving up and trying to get one, but yes, we have that in mind.
They range upwards from 10 grand all the way to like 30 grand, so they're expensive investment.
And then how much have you done research on the cost of renting a place that has a kitchen that can be used?
We haven't got to that yet. We wanted to start off as a taco truck and then open up into a business.
So how long have you been doing this?
About a year?
This year.
Yeah, this year.
Okay. And so those 2 events, so with those 2 events, you're sitting at like 3,000 in the bank. And how long did it take you to do those 2 events?
About a month or 2.
Okay. And so do you have a wait list, or how are people contacting you to set up events?
Well, at the school, a lot of people know us. That's why I said the advertisement is one of our biggest flaws. We only have like word of mouth. So we had people from the school get their like family members. We had one, Daniel, he had his cousins cater for us. I mean, we catered for them, and that's how we've been getting our
Okay, so mainly through word of mouth.
Yeah.
To perform one event. So how much labor, how many individuals, I'm assuming the whole team was
Yeah, we
involved?
show up, yeah.
How many hours are involved, and then what's
Yeah.
your personal costs per individual, like time of labor?
Well, it depends on like the event that we're hired to cater. If it's like 100 people, we say that each person would eat around 4 tacos, so we prep accordingly.
The reason I ask is a common mistake by many entrepreneurs is they don't cost in their own time. So when you're talking about an event that yields $1,000, that's really good. I'm assuming 200 is the material cost. So that you also have to figure out evaluation of the labor cost.
What's stopping, I mean, if you're saying you're pulling in $1,000 event, what's stopping you, and it takes you, what's stopping you from doing 3 months and doing an event every weekend and making 10 grand and buying a truck?
Yeah.
Well, as we said, we need a website to get it out there and try to get everybody's attention that we can do it. We could show them that we are actually passionate about our work.
Have you done any outreach to like gazebo gardens or anything like that?
No, we were planning to for the future, like in upcoming events, but no.
So we utilize some caterers, and if you're going to focus on your marketing, which I think is a good idea, social media and leveraging that word of mouth and just turning it into the digital form, your website might not be as important as your social media presence. We use several caterers that don't have websites, but they're big on Facebook, and they get a lot of business through that because people have them come to their party, people like it, they get tagged, then other people see it, and oh, my friend had so-and-so, I'll have them come to my party too, and then you build that way. And none of them have websites. Not saying you shouldn't have one, you should, but if you're going to try to leverage the time you have left, social media might be your way.
I'm going to kind of grill a little bit, so I'm going to throw some shade. So a couple things for future presentations is I'd really like to see images of your food, especially the taco shells, if that's where you're making yourself kind of being unique. When it comes to, don't use stock photography of people, especially when it comes to, you had testimonials up there, but then you had stock images from Canva. That's kind of a big no-no to me, because then it's sort of like that person isn't real, and so then now I'm thinking that that review isn't real, and it might be real, but now I'm questioning, so don't let me question. Stock photography of your food, I wouldn't use that, because you're supposed to be doing high-quality food, so let me see that high-quality food. I think that I have a question about your competitors. I don't really know if those are your competitors. I was actually at first I was thinking, well, why wouldn't you just make those taco shells and give them to people or like sell them to companies, especially if you can prove that, hey, this is something that might boost your revenue, and get out of even just making tacos completely and just selling shells, because you can probably make a lot, or the recipe or packet or something with like the flavoring, and then they crack the flavor. I don't know how you do it, and put it into the batter, I'm guessing, or into the oil. So I guess that's a decision. Is like, okay, could you make more money if you just focus only on doing that and selling that product to local shops, and then proving that they can make more money off of that? So I don't know if like. And then when it comes to your competitors, like I don't think Quesadilla Gorilla is actually a competitor, because I think every taco shop around you is a competitor, to be honest. Quesadilla Gorilla would be a great person to get mentorship from, because they're very much into franchising and expanding, and they've really kind of figured out how to focus down. So that'd be something to kind of consider, is go over there and maybe talk to them. But I guess my big question that I have is I don't know that like if colorful taco shells, I guess it could draw some people, but like I have a question of like, okay, if you go to an event and you're saying that they're sold 50-50, like could you not even sell those colorful taco shells and get the same amount, get the same number of sales? Then is it really kind of, is it really does it really differentiate? Or how do you really kind of use that colorful taco shell to your advantage? I don't know. But I don't know if that's like actually happening. Does that make sense? A little bit. yeah, that's kind of what I have.
I think you talked more about your calculations and financials verbally through questions than you did through your presentation. So had we not asked some of these questions, then I wouldn't have had that information. So I think you might look at including more of that in your pitch, or in your investor's packet at least. I didn't see much in here. In fact, from this, I can't tell what you do.
And I may have missed it, what amount of money are you seeking for what level of equity?
We didn't go into that.
Okay. Now, you did mention in the presentation that the market demand seemed to be about $4.50 a taco, right?
Yeah.
For sale? And so, do you know the breakdown as far as cost per material? So like, for instance, how much does each individual taco cost?
It cost us around 80 cents to produce each taco.
Okay. And that's like, again, on raw material level,
Yeah,
right?
including toppings, yeah, everything.
Yeah, so,
So I think that I think you're very capable. You've shown that you made money. I think that one thing is that you're thinking Fresno. You're thinking here. I want you to take that. Like, how can we put colorful taco in every person's hand around the nation? Like that's the type of, like, when it comes to entrepreneurship, I don't, like, you're here, this is what we know Fresno. How do we put a taco in Portland, Oregon, or in Chicago, or somewhere in the Midwest that doesn't even maybe have a Mexican restaurant in their hometown, right? Maybe all they know is Chipotle. Like, how do you introduce this to them? That's what I want to, like, and how do you ramp it up to that? Like, that's the level of which, because if you shoot that high, then you'll end up somewhere that right up, you know? And I think, like, right now you're underestimating your actual value and what you're capable of doing it, because out of all the teams you've seen, you're the only team that's brought in the most money actually so far. So how do you ramp that beyond just the Fresno, Clovis area and make it larger? And believe in yourself that you can do that.
Two questions. How are you coloring the shells?
Okay, when we make the tortillas for the red, well, it's different ingredients. We use a blender and we add like the tomatoes and the chilies, similar how you make a salsa, and we'd add it in with the masa, and then it combines, and then just how you make any other regular tortilla, you form it, and then it's it. Yeah.
Can you make orange and black?
Yes, orange would be yams. Black, it won't be black, but it would be a darkish greenish. And it's from a plant, I don't have the name of it, but yes.
We'd have to figure out the ingredients to make those colors.
Taco Tuesday, Grizzlies. If you
There you
could
go.
stock them with a bunch of shells, they would buy a whole bulk right then, so you made a little profit, but you're also potentially getting your name out.
black beans.
And that's something that did not come across in your presentation, I think, that you didn't talk about, is it's like you are using natural ingredients to do this, and you're not doing additive food colors, right? Is that how I'm getting this?
Yeah.
Like, I had no, I'm thinking, okay, you're throwing food coloring and everything, and I don't necessarily want food coloring in it, but now you're talking about, like, actually mixing across tomatoes and doing all these things.
Yeah.
Now I'm a lot more interested in actually eating one of your tacos, to be honest. And then I think that's an interesting point. It's like, okay, maybe that's how you get into it, like sporting events, figuring out a way to naturally make all these crazy colors. You're making colors for Grizzlies, you're making colors for Rawhide, you're making colors for San Francisco Giants. I don't know. Like,
Hugely successful, yeah. And, you know, because as you know, with that all-natural market, which I think you're absolutely right, that's the thing. We've all bought pre-made taco shells. And I can't tell the difference between the shells and the carton,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
I'm assuming yours are a lot more savory and tasty as well,
Yeah.
you know? Which, by the way, just a future advice, samples for me, because now I'm hungry. Restaurant businesses are probably the hardest sector to break into, and you hear all kinds of failure rates and percentage rates, and so you got to be real careful because some of them are hyperinflated. You know, Forbes just recently said that the first year failure rate's really more like 17%. So the fact that you've presented a model where your catering has been so successful, it's still very labor intensive, so you're going to have to analyze your labor and really cost that out to say, when are we breaking even? But these kind of ideas about using that catering business to springboard into a truck, you know, brick and mortar is a huge investment. You know, and leasing a professional kitchen might be a better option for you. And doing that truck, a lot of businesses now are opting that a good majority of their sales are through their trucks. And then the brick and mortar is a side issue.
You guys have a business going, you're making money, you got something cool. I think I see a lot of small entrepreneur groups have something, have momentum, but then because they're missing on the presentation piece and they can't market themselves appropriately, then they phase out. If you guys study up a little bit more and develop those skills a little bit more, you guys, this is exciting.
Thank you.
And I agree, Samples.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jared.